Namaste, dear students. I welcome you again to the new session and I hope you are all safe and fine. Today, I just want to share a small quote with you all. Every bad situation has some good. Even a stopped clock shows the right time twice a day. Like saying, we also should not think that why I should only face all those problems and why I alone did not get all those things. So don't think that you are also going to get one day and your chance and you're going to succeed. So with this note, we'll start today's session. Today we are going to learn second lesson, data representation. This chapter has two parts. Today we are going to cover up the first part. Before going to that, let's recap the previous lesson. Introduction to computer, classification of a computer system, functionalities of a computer, basic computer organization, input and output and both units, control and memory units, memory system and organizations, software and its types. These are all the topics which we covered in the previous two sessions. At the end of this session, you will be able to know how to represent a data in a digital form and how to identify different types of number system and to analyze about number conversion system. Topics to be covered in this session: what is number system, decimal number system, binary number system, and decimal binary equivalence, binary decimal binary conversion, hexadecimal number system, decimal to hexadecimal equivalence, and hexadecimal to decimal, binary to hexadecimal octal number system. In general, the term computer represent information in different types of data forms that you all know. It may be a number, it may be a character, it may be picture, or even an audio or video. So computer made of a series of switches are get. Each switches has two states, on and off. On represent 1, off represent 0. That's why computer works on the basis of binary number system. So you might have known already how a machine works. Machine will function based on and off. The same way computer also will function on and off, isn't it? But for some particular purpose, different types of number systems are used in computer. That may be binary, decimal, octal, hexadecimal. Number system, each number system has its own base value and digit. Binary system has base value. Binary 2 is the base value, and what are all the digits will be covered up? 0 and 1. Next one is octal. Octal base value is 8 and digits are 0 to 7. So when you count this, you will get 8 digits: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this will also cover up 8. Decimal 10. So again from 0 it starts, so 0 to 9. And hexadecimal is 16. And hexadecimal alone we use as per the computer number system terminologies and rules and regulations. We used to follow 0 to 9 alone we consider numbers. When it is goes more than 9, 10 onwards, we will consider 10 as A, 11 as B, 12 as C, 13 as D, 14 as E, and 15 as F. I hope you are all able to understand this. So this is also again 0 to 15. So totally 16. So the based on the digits only we are using the base value. 16 for hexadecimal, decimal for 10, and octal 8 values. Digits are there, so 8. Binary we have only 2 digits, so that we consider base value as 2. Hope it is clear. Let's move on to the next, decimal number system. Mainly decimal number system has, all as already we discussed in the previous slide, it has 10 symbols. It can be considered this one as numerics as well as number. So as of now, characteristics considered as these digits considered as 10 symbols. What are the 10 symbols? 0 to 9. These digits will be considered as symbol as well as numbers. The same way, positionals, you can see this number 2945 is not equal to 2495. Obviously, this is not correct. because the positional value has been changed. Now let's look into an example of decimal number system, how we represent. Just write these numbers in the first 2, 9, and then 4, then 5. Okay. So like this, you have to split the number and you have to write. This is like in max how you will be having like formula and you'll substitute. Same way there is a formula here also. There is a number into the base value and the positional value. Okay, this is the syntax of that. What is the base value? Here now 10 we have taken as base value. Why we have taken this one as base value? Since we are using decimal. So decimal base value is 10. So that will 10 will be taken as decimal values. So now before writing that, I will write the positional value of these numbers. 0, sorry, bear my handwriting, 1, 2, and 3. So now, based on this, check into this 2 into the base value 10, power of what is the positional value of 2 now? 3. Write that. So that the value will be comes over here. Next, same way, the value second value what? 9 into what is the base value? Since it is a decimal, so we are using decimal. Base value is 10. So the next, what is the positional value of 9? 2. So we are using the same way. 4. Write the 4 in this, and then this is the positional value of this. Yes, 1. So this 1 will be used for the positional value. So 10 is the base value. So 10 power 1. The next one plus 5. Again 5 into 10 power. Last one 5. Positional value what? 0. So that take it as 0. So now 10 power 0. Here alone there is a rule. Anything power 0 is equal to 1. Keep it in mind. If always anything power 0 is equal to 1. Most of you will think that anything power 0 is equal to 0, but it is wrong. Anything power 0 is equal to 1, so that this value becomes 1. Okay, let's see the next. So based on this, the calculations will be. Now most people use the decimal number system. Why? Do you have any idea? This is a positional number system, and that's of great advantage of simple shifting the position of decimal, and it becomes complex either case to use number system less than 10 or greater than 10. So when you are using some numbers for shifting the position from here and there, wherever you want to change, you can change very well, but cannot go more than 10 or less than 10. So this is why people are using the decimal number system. So the calculation part, when we are working, we will see it binary number system. Again, binary number system has its characteristics as two symbols only. Two symbols, what it is? 0 and 1. So binary is also called it as machine language. That machine language also considers zeros and ones. Same way here too. Values as 0 and 1. What is the positional value? You can check over here. 10102 is not equal to 1100, obviously. Both the numbers are two different numbers. You should not get confused. Since it is a binary number, it may think like only one zeros and ones are there, so that there is no big difference. Here there are lot difference are there. Once you changed 1 or 0, the entire value of your binary value will change. That's why the positional is not. Most digital computers use the binary number system. Why? Digital computers, they don't even think that digital computers, even every single machine, day-to-day life, what we use is comes under digital systems or digital machines. So why do we prefer that? Check out the answer. Computers are made of series of switches and gates. Each switch has two states, on and off. That's why people work on the basis of binary number system as zeros and ones. The next one, let's see decimal and binary equivalent. Just check out the number. When you are converting the value from decimal to binary, you will be able to find these values, and you can easily enter this value for conversion. The decimal, when the value becomes 0, binary also will 0 only. 1 also remains the same in binary. But when it has come for decimal 2, when it has come for decimal 2, when you are converting to binary, it becomes 1 0. Please don't think that as 10 11. You should call it as 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0, because it's a binary value. So you cannot take this value as 100 101, then it becomes decimal value, right? That now 2 becomes 10. How 2 becomes 10? Let's check out. 2, kindly bear my handwriting. 2 divided by 2, because both are, I'm going to convert this value into decimal value. Actually it is, I'm going to convert it into which form? Binary form. So that I used for dividing 2. So how many times 2 will go? Only one time, right? 1. Then what is the remainder value? There is no remainder. 0. Now when you are writing in binary, decimal to binary, you should write it in this form like this. First 1, then 0. So this is the format of getting the value of decimal to binary. Either you can by heart this value, or you can work out like this and you can find the values. If you want to do, you can even try with 3, and then you will get 1 1. So that's what here. 4 also you can try the same, 1 0 0 will be there. Okay, like same, all the values will be binary decimal conversion. Just before, when I start the session itself, I just told you how to work out all those things. But here there is a difference. What is it? What we are going to do? Binary to decimal. So now what are we going to do? This is the value 1001101. So here, what is the positional value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you should be aware of this positional value, because without the positional values, you cannot work out this problem properly. Now, first one, you can take up this, and the positional value, base value. Why I have chosen here? We are going to work out binary. Whichever value you are going to do, that one and you have to use. So binary to decimal conversion we are using in this way. Same way. That's why binary base value what? 2. The 2 we are using here everywhere. Base value what? 2. The next one again 0, like same, 1, again 0, then this one. Based on this positional values, you can use this as 2 power 4, 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power 1, and 2 power 0. Keep it in mind what I said. Anything power 0 is equal to 1. Okay. And then just multiply 2 power 5, 32, 32 into 1, 32. And here only you should remember, you may have the answer, but when you get an answer, multiply by 0, it will become 0. But now when you are listening, it may easy, but in the hurry when you are working out, you will be doing mistakes. So be careful. Anything into 0, it will be remain 0. Same way 2 power 3 0. Here 2 2s are 4. 4 into 1 again 4 we got, and again 0 into 2 power 1 becomes 0. Anything power 0 1. So that's why 1 into 1. So 32 plus 4 plus 1. So out and out your value is 37. When you are writing the answers, you have to write the same here, 1001101, and here when you are writing, you should put the bracket like this, and you have to write 10. Why I'm using 10? Because I'm converting to decimal. Hope it is clear. Let's move on to the next, decimal binary conversion. I just told you, how to find the binary value beginning, the same process. Once again, I will tell you how to do. Example 23. How many times it will go? 2 ones are 2. So here many of you will do the mistake as 2 you'll put, but 2 ones are 2. So that one only you should put. Again, how many times? 2 ones are 2. What is the remainder here? 1, right? Then next one, again divided by 2. How many times it will go? 5 times, and what is the remainder? 1. Then again divide by 2. How many times it will go? 2 twos are 4, and then remainder is again 1. Then divide by 2. How many times it will go? 1. There is a remainder? No, na? Then put 0. So when you are writing answer, you have to write it in this method. So when you are writing, see here is the example which I gave you. Like this formation you should write. Right now, I will write this is equal to, let's write 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is 2. So this is how we find decimal to binary conversion. So shall we move on to the next one? Hexadecimal number system. Hexadecimal number system. Characteristic again 16 symbols, 16 digits, and again the positional values are A13D out of 16 and 3DA1. Here this DA also has value. Don't you remember that ABCD has values as 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Sorry, bad my handwriting again. And here computer programs often use the hexadecimal number system. Why? Because most of the computers work on binary number system, and the hexadecimal number system is commonly used to describe locations of the computer memory. They are also working in the assembly language instructions. You might have remember the previous session. 3 types of languages: so machine language, high level language, assembly language. One of the assembly language instructions it is. So that's why we are using hexadecimal number system. Let's watch that. Let's look into the decimal hexadecimal equivalence. Here again same scenario, 0, 0 only. Till 9 there is no change at all. So the same value whatever is there in the decimal, hexadecimal also the same value. Then from 10 onwards the value is going to be changed. Here A, 10, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13D, 14E, 15E. Till this only we have hexadecimal values. If we are going more than that, see here 10. 16 value is 10 in hexadecimal. Like same, it will goes on till 9 again. Then after 9, here the A will be there, no? There 1A, 1B, 1C, like that we have to use. This is the formation and rule of converting decimal to hexadecimal equivalence. Let's move on to the example. Hexadecimal to decimal. Okay, now just check the same process, but here the base value alone change. And what is the base value? Because since it is a hexadecimal value, no place we get 10 as base inside this conversion, so don't get confused of that. So here hexadecimal comes, so you should use 16 only as base value. Now 25, if you are using 25, what is your positional value? 0, 1. That 0 and 1 should be in the reversal order only, not from the first order. So that's 0 and 1. 2 into 16 power 1. Same way, 5 into 16 power 0. Remember that anything power 0, 1. So that 2 into 16 power 1, so 32, plus 5 into 16 power 0, anything power 0 becomes 1. So 5 into 1, 5. 32 plus 5, 37. This is the way to convert hexadecimal to decimal. Same way, when you are using decimal value to hexadecimal, this method even you can use in this method. 37 by divided by 16. So how many times it will go? Based on that, you can work on. It will go only 2 times, and the remaining answer will be 5. The remaining value will be 5. So more than that, we cannot solve it. This is nothing but reminders. Don't get confused of that. How you should write the answer as 37, 16 is equal to, this is not 25. You should read as 25, and base value what? What are we converting here? From decimal to hexadecimal. So that we have put 16 over here, and we should put 10 over here. Is that clear? The same thing here we read from bottom to top. So that's why what we listen. Is it clear? Next one, binary to hexadecimal, same way. Whenever you use hexadecimal, you have to use 4 bit. 4 bit is nothing but 4 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digit. Okay. And 4 bit group will be there. So all 40 becomes 0 in the hexadecimal. Next is 001 will become 1. The same what we learned in the previous slides, the reversal order here. 0010. So that 2. Okay. 0011. So it becomes 3. Likewise, this will goes on. And remember one more thing, this first line all has just 0 is added. Other than that, if you check the previous also, you can see 2, when you divide by 2 with the repeated division, what you got? 0, 10 you got. So before 20 added. Same way for the next 3, 11 you got before 20 is added. Next one is 4. I have divided and showed 100 before 0 is added. Same way other things. Right? And the next one is 1010. When it becomes 10, you cannot use as 10 directly. Instead of 10, you should supposed to write only 8. Let's go for an example. Binary. Converting the binary value to hexadecimal value. This is binary value. Whenever you get any 1010 or 11 numbers, it becomes binary to hexadecimal. Again here, see, there will be a sequencing of numbers will be given. You have to go and take the value from the reversal order, not from the beginning, right? Here, let's take an example of some other value, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. So in case if you are having like these kind of things, first you have to make this pair in the order. First 4 bit you have to split. Then next 4 bit you have to split. And then next you have only 3 bits, so that you should add 0 in the beginning, and you have to make this as 4 bits. Now you should check the value. Now you should check the values as 1100. So then this becomes 12. Next one is 0110. So that is 6. And the next one is 01117. So these are all the values you are going to use. But the problem is one more step we need to work on, because 12 I said no. When 12 is given, what you have to write? You should be writing that as, you should be writing this as C, right? And the next one is 7 and 6. There is no change. So when you are writing the answer, you will be writing like this, and then nearby that you will write 7 6 C base 16. This is how you have to work out this 10. Starting at the right end and splitting into groups. That's what it is mentioned here. I hope you all understood this, right? Next one. Hexadecimal to binary. Now you are having the value as hexadecimal. From the hexadecimal value, you are going to convert this into binary. First, you have to split and write like this, and you have to write like this. What is the three binary value? Let's just put the value divide by 2. We have to get binary value, so that we have divided by 2. How many times it will go? 1 1. So you should write, and don't forget to add on 2 zeros at the beginning, because since it is a hexadecimal value, so we add 2 0 at the beginning, so that 1 1. Same way D. For D, what is the value? We don't know. Am I right? So for D, you will be getting as 1101. For for D is nothing but it's 13. So if you have a doubt, you can multiply. If you have a doubt, you can divide and see. 6 times remainder 1. It's not minus, it's an hyphen. Again divide by 3 times. Again there is no remainder at all, 0. And again divided by that 2 one time, and there is no remainder. 1 1 0 0 1. Let's see an example of hexadecimal. See an example of hexadecimal to binary. So now see the hexadecimal value 3 D and 9. So that based on these binary values, you can write it. 1 1 you will get. So you have to add on 0 0, and this will be a binary value automatically. 4 digits will be there since it is more than 10. So whatever more than 10 number, you'll get 4 digits. In same way 9, you'll get this value, right? If you have any doubt how to find out this, just remember the previous method divided by how many times it will go? One time remaining, and that's all. So when you are writing this value, you will write as 1 1, and you will add before 2 zeros, because you have to make this as 4-bit or 4 digit. That's why. Same thing, you have to follow this, and when you are writing it, you have to write it in this way. Sorry, it's a typing error. It's not 12, it's 16. Okay. Hexadecimal and binary conversion. So now you just take this value 3, D, and 9 separately, and you have to find out the individual number binary value. So what is the binary value for 3? You know already how to calculate. Yeah, repeated division. How many times? 1 remainder 1. So that you will be writing 1 1 here, and in before you have to add 0 to make it up 4-bit. And the next one is D and 9, like same you have to find out, and then you will have to write first like this. And in case if you are getting zeros in the beginning, when you are writing, like from hexadecimal to binary, when you are writing, you are getting the beginning 2 zeros, 3 zeros, whatever it is, you can ignore this zeros and you can write this as answer. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Octal number system. So far whatever we learned is binary number system has base value is 2, decimal number system has base value 10, and hexadecimal base value 16. Now octal number has 8 as base value. Same way, characteristics 8 symbols we have, and numbers from 0 to 7. And what is the positional? Here also, if the positional change, entire concept change. Computer programmers often use the octal number system. Why? Octal and hexa use the human advantages, that they can work with lot of symbols while it is still easily convertible back and forth between binary. That's the reason people and programmers are using octal and hexadecimal number system. Now see the equivalence of decimal to octal equivalence. 0 to 0. See here, till 7 there is no change in decimal and octal. When it goes more than that, 8, and then the value is becomes changed. So you should remember all those things. Just have a look at it. Then we'll see the conversion of octal to decimal. Now the same procedure which we followed in the previous one. Only thing is we change here base value. See positional value here again 0, 1, 2. So now when I'm taking it here 3, 8 power what? 2. Then 5 here 8 power 1. Then 7 8 power what? 0. Anything power 0? 1. So 7 into 1, 7. 5 8s are 8 power 1, 8. So 5 into 8, 40. Then next one is 3 into 8 power 2. So that 8 into 8, 64. 64 into 3, 192. So add all these values and write like this. Base value, don't forget to write. If you forget to write this, then you will lose your half or 1 mark. So the next decimal to octal. The same process here. You have to divide by 8, and then until you may reach 0 you can do, and sometimes we may not reach till 0. Some, for example, if I take 65, I have to divide it with the 8. How many times it will go? 8 times. 8 8 the 64, and remainder 1, and the next time it may go 1 and 0, so that you can take this as 101 again. But here this becomes different. Here it becomes 101. Now this is not 101. Here this becomes 101 base 8. Is that clear? Yeah, this is the way you have to convert decimal to octal. Next one is binary to octal conversion. Same way, go from the reversal order, and then here instead of 4 bits, octal has 3 bit. Only 3 bit it will take up. Same process of hexadecimal. Here we are using 3 bit. There we were used 4 bit. So now check this value. If binary value is given, now 101, 5, 111, 7, 100, 4, 000, 0, 010, 2, 0011, 1. So is that clear? Same way, octal to binary, the reversal of this one, 1. So I don't have any value in that. Here also we should go from reversal order. So I'll go with this 5, 101, 7, 111, 4, 100, 0, 000, 2, 010. Same way, 1. 1 only will be there. So we want to make this as 3 bits, so that we add 2 zeros in front. That's all. You have to take this and write it in this. I hope you are able to understand whatever I taught today. If you have any queries, feel free to post it through Google Classroom. And thank you again. Have a nice